Hello everyone, ChrissellscentralFlorida with RE/MAX Heritage Professionals, and in today's video I wanted to talk about 5 myths about FHA loans. FHA loans are one of the most popular loan products out there, although sometimes for people they sort of have a bad reputation. So we want to go ahead and debunk some of the myths about FHA loans. The first myth about FHA loans is that it's just for first-time home buyers. It's often called the first-time home buyer loan, and that's because it is the type of loan that most first-time home buyers utilize. However, it is not just for first-time home buyers. Anyone can qualify for an FHA loan as long as they meet the financial requirements. It is generally viewed as a more attractive loan for first-time home buyers because it helps them buy a home even if they don't have if they have a lower credit score, if they don't have a lot of cash on hand. So it gives them the ability to get into a home with a lower down payment. The down payment is usually 3.5%. And also the debt to income ratios are a little more favorable. So it really is designed for someone purchasing their first home, but it is not exclusive to those that are first-time home buyers. The second myth about FHA loans that's out there is that you can't get an FHA loan if you have student loans. You can't, while it is true that student loans get factored into your debt to income ratio, which we actually just talked about, the guidelines have changed, man. It's made it easier in terms of the way lenders calculate how much that monthly student loan payment is based on your balance, has made it more favorable, so more and more people with student loans are able to qualify for an FHA loan based on those new requirements. So instead of having to pay 1% of the student loan balance or using that as a factor, lenders can use 0.5% of the student loan balance. If the payment is showing as deferred or showing zero. So that's good news for home buyers, and if you are looking at an FHA loan, understand that just because you have a student loan doesn't mean that you're disqualified from being able to qualify for an FHA loan. The third myth that's out there about FHA loans is that if you make a 20% down payment, you don't need FHA mortgage insurance. The reality is that it doesn't matter the size of the down payment. If you are going to get an FHA loan, you're going to be required to pay the mortgage insurance premium, or MIP. And basically what that does is it protects FHA lenders in case you're unable to pay back the loan. So they're paid up front at closing and throughout the life of the loan on a monthly basis, part of your monthly mortgage payment. Now, if the borrower has a down payment of at least 10%, then you're eligible for your mortgage interest payment to drop off after 11 years. So the 20% down payment just shortens the amount of time that you would have to pay mortgage insurance. It doesn't eliminate it altogether. The fourth myth that's out there about FHA loans is there are income limits for FHA loans. In fact, there are no income limits for an FHA loan. And nothing that would actually disqualify you from obtaining an FHA insured loan. But you do need 2 years of employment history and established credit history to qualify. Typically, again, it's 2 years in the same type of job. It doesn't have to be the same job. So let's say you're an office secretary or something like that. It could be with 2 different companies as long as the line of the work is the same and you have at least 2 years of employment. Now, I wouldn't recommend changing employers in the middle of trying to purchase a home, but you do not have to have 2 years in the exact same job. It has to be 2 years in the same line of work. And then you have to have a credit history. You usually need at least a 580 credit score. And finally, the fifth myth that's out there about FHA loans is they're only for single-family homes. They can be used to purchase properties with 1 to 4 units, so a multi-unit property, a duplex, a triplex, a quadplex. Ultimately, an FHA loan could be used to purchase one of those types of units. You usually have to live in one of the units, and then you can rent out the other 3, so you can be basically in an investment property. They can also be used to finance manufactured homes. You have to make sure that the engineering, the tie downs underneath the manufactured home are updated. and the home has to be newer than 1978. There's even a FHA type of loan for renovation. So if you're looking at a home that needs a lot of work that maybe wouldn't otherwise qualify for FHA, you can do a 203K FHA renovation loan and actually finance the repairs into the home, and then you'll get appraised at what the home's repair value would be. So anyway, that's a few myths that are out there about FHA loans. I thought it'd be useful to talk a little bit about what those myths are and debunk them for you. If you have any questions about the home buying process, please reach out to. Remember, I want to make your home buying and selling experience an epic one. Please refer your friends and family to my YouTube channel. I'd love to have them subscribe. Thank you very much and have a great day.